Welcome to CryptoZero. Today I'm gonna show you how to use Binance. Now, as you can see, I'm here on my dashboard, and I know there's a lot of tutorials out there going over how to use Binance, and these tutorials go over so many details that you don't actually need. In this tutorial, I'm just gonna go over a stupid simple way to use Binance to make money right away. So as you can see, I'm in my dashboard right now. But if you're just getting started and you want to register, let me walk you through that process real quick. So let me log out. Let's click on register now. And then let's click on referral ID over here. And I want you guys to paste in this referral ID code because it's going to give you guys a 5% discount on all of your trading fees. And it's also going to give a small kickback to me in return as well. So it's going to be a win-win situation for both of us. Alright, so once you've made an account, let's log in. Alright, now we're back into the dashboard. Let me go over some of the details that you need. So right here you can see your account balance. You can see over here, these are some of the coins that I'm currently holding. And then if we scroll down over here, you want to increase your account security. So the first thing you want to do is enable two-factor authentication, because in case your account gets hacked, the hacker won't be able to get in unless they have access to your 2FA. Next, you want to verify your ID. This way you get access to the full features of Binance. And that's about it when it comes to the account security. Now when it comes to trading fees over here, I don't really care about this too much because my volume isn't that high. Now if I was trading like 8 figures plus, I would definitely care about this. But right now, I'm not that big, so I don't really care about it that much. But if you want to save some money on your fees, you can purchase BNB on the Binance Spot Exchange. And you're going to be getting a 25% discount on all your trading fees if you pay for it using BNB. And as you can see, it's turned on automatically right here, but I don't actually own any BNB, so I don't think that really matters. So apart from the trading fees, if you want to get started trading right away, you definitely have to deposit some money, right? So all you gotta do is click on deposit over here, and you're gonna get access to a few different ways to deposit your money. Now, if you're gonna deposit with GBP, the British pound, you can click on this. Euros, Australian dollars, whatever payment method you want, just click on it. And then what I would recommend is depositing via, so I guess at the moment you have to deposit using Visa or MasterCard, but before you used to be able to deposit with your bank. And the bad thing about this is you will have to pay a 1.8% fee, which isn't the best. Now if you already have crypto and you want to deposit it into your account, what you want to do is click on wallet over here, click on Fiat and Spot. And then you just want to scroll down to the coin you want to deposit. So if you already have Bitcoin, or if you already have Ethereum or USDT or whatever coin you got, just come over to Fiat and Spot up over here and then scroll down, go to the coin you want to deposit, click on deposit over here, select the coin, select the network. Most likely all of you guys will probably be on ERC20 unless you guys are on the Binance Smart Chain, so make sure to check which network you're on before you deposit your money. So now that you've got your money into your account, the next thing you probably want to do is learn to trade. Now there's a few different ways to trade on Binance. You can use classic exchange, which is the spot market, or you can go into the derivatives market. Now the derivatives market, you're not actually buying the actual coin. You're buying the underlying contract. So you don't actually own the coin, you're buying the contract. Which is why the timing for the derivatives market is a lot more key, because you have to pay funding on all your purchases. So let's say I bought Bitcoin in the derivatives market. Every single day I will be paying some sort of funding on the money or on the position that I have. So unless the timing is very good, I wouldn't recommend you going into derivatives if you're just starting out. Spot market is definitely much better if you just want to buy and hold. Now let me go over some of these basic features over here. If you put USDT into your account, or if you put like Bitcoin into your account, most likely you want to convert that into USDT. So let's say you put in some Bitcoin into the account and you want to convert that into USDT so you can get started with trading. You just type in 1 over here and it'll tell you the conversion rate down here. And then you can convert your Bitcoin into USDT to get started trading. Now the first thing we'll take a look over here is the classic exchange. And there's a little video here that goes over this exchange, but I'll go over it for you guys real quick. If you're a first-time trader, this is probably going to look very, very complex, but trust me, you'll get the hang of it pretty quickly. If you take a look over here at the top, we got the price of Bitcoin currently. We got the 24-hour rate of change. Currently Bitcoin's up 4%, which is pretty good. And the 24-hour high, that's the highest price it's been in the past 24 hours. You got the 24-hour low, that's the lowest price Bitcoin's been in the past 24 hours. And then you got the 24-hour volume of Bitcoin. So like the number of Bitcoins moving in the past 24 hours. And then you got the 24-hour volume in USDT, which basically takes this Bitcoin value and multiplies the USD value to give you this. And while Bitcoin has a lot of volume, $2 billion and $200 million being transacted just in the spot market alone, which is quite big. So aside from that, if you look over here on the side, you can see that this is called an order book. Now what the order book basically tells you is how many orders are at each different level of Bitcoin. So let's say we go into the 50s, and I'll sort the integers by 50 over here, and I'll kind of show you where all the sellers and where all the buyers are in the market. So if you take a look over here at 44,500, there's 90 Bitcoin orders to sell, which means that basically over here, let's make the chart a little bit bigger, which basically means that over here, if you go over to 44,500, about here, there are a lot of people looking to sell their Bitcoins. And you can see that kind of coincides with the actual graph itself. You can see like around this area, same with the order books, a lot of people are selling. So we kind of went up to this line and then we came right back down. Now, if we take a look here on the buy side, you can see that at 43,500, there's 60 Bitcoins waiting to be bought. And also at 43,000, there's 151 Bitcoins waiting to be bought. Just go down over here and make a little line at 43,000. So as you can see right here, like the price came down and all these people who wanted to buy ended up pushing the price back up. And then as we went back up, all the people who wanted to sell kind of pushed the price back down. Now that's just a very basic understanding of the order books. It's way more complex than that, but I just wanted to give you guys an overview of what the order book actually does and what it could help you with potentially. Alright, so the next thing I'll go over with is the different types of pairs you can trade. So if you click on this BNB, right, it basically means you can trade this coin against BNB. So this is Aave BNB. So if you have BNB in your account, this is basically saying that one Aave is worth 0.8448 BNB. So if you have BNB, you can trade these types of pairs. Me personally, I only trade the USDT pair because I like to see my profits all in USDT. But some people like to trade the Bitcoin pairs, which means like it's your coin against Bitcoin. So if you look over here, one Aave is worth 0.006769 Bitcoins. But for me, as I said, I always trade the Fiat pairs, which is USDT. Alright, so let's go over to the USDT pair. I guess I could place a trade for you guys so I can show you guys how to exactly place an order. Alright, so let's get right into how to place a trade in the spot market. Now after I go over how to place a trade in the spot market, I'll show you guys how to make trades on the margin market as well as the futures market. Now, if you guys don't know about the futures market, you can basically place longs and shorts both in the futures market, and it also gives you access to higher leverage, which means potentially you could make a lot more money, or you could potentially lose a lot more money. So if you're just getting started and you're a beginner, I definitely don't recommend you to get into futures. I've liquidated my account probably like 20 to maybe 30 times in the futures market when I first got started. Definitely recommend you to get some experience in the spot market first, because you can't get liquidated before you go into the futures market. But regardless, let me just show you guys how to make a purchase here on the spot market. Let's find a coin that I like that I think might go up. Yeah, I've been scoping the markets out pretty much every day, so I do know which kind of pairs are going up. Let me see if Binance has this coin. And they do, wow. So you can see this coin is going absolutely ballistic. It's just going straight up. And if we did some basic technical analysis on this coin, you could just see that this was the highs over here on the day. We just broke out of it. Most likely it's going to go much higher. Preferably I would want to buy it down here, but because we're just kind of fucking around in this video, I'll actually just buy it right here. Most likely I think it will go up to, get up to like 30 to 40 bucks in the coming weeks. So let's buy $1,000 of DYDX right now. So all you got to do right now, write down over here, buy DYDX is put the purchase price over here, put the amount you want, and then click on buy. Now, this is a limit order, which means that you can buy it at a certain price. So let's say that I wanted to buy it at $20. All you would do is change it to 20. Then you would put the amount you want over here. Now, as you can see, I have no USDT in this account, so I have to transfer some money into this account. Now, all my money is right now, or some of my money is in the futures. USDT, let's just transfer over $1,000 bucks. confirm. And as you can see, if I want to buy this coin at $20 or 1,000 USDT, all you gotta do is drag this slider up to 100%. So I'll be spending $1,000 to purchase 50 coins at $20. Now let's click on buy. And as you can see, it set up my order. So over here, it's saying that when the price comes to $20, it's gonna buy 50 of these coins at $20. Now the bad thing is if the price doesn't come to this $20, I'm not going to get my purchases filled. Which means if you come down here, it says open orders, it will just stay open the whole time. If you're impatient like me sometimes and you want to buy it right away, what you want to do is click on market. And then what market order will do is it will purchase the coin right here at whatever price it's at right now. So right now it's $20.97. Let's just buy $1,000 worth of it. So like that, click on buy. Alright, there we go. So as you can see, market order filled, which means that I just bought $1,000 worth at this exact price. Now if we scroll down over here, you can't actually see any of the balances that you have. It's actually just going to show you right here how many coins you got. So you got 47 coins. And the bad thing that I don't like about the spot market is that you can't actually see your P&Ls anywhere around here. You have to go back out into your wallet, go into Fiat and spot, and then you got to search for your coins. So DYDX, and you can see it's right here. You got your Bitcoin value, and it'll also give you the USD value inside of your wallet. But it's not going to actually show you what the exact profit and loss is inside of your dashboard over here. So you're going to actually be able to see all those numbers inside the futures market, but we'll cover that right after we go over the margin market. So first, before we do that, let's try to sell our coins. So now as you can see, I bought it at $20.97. The price has gone down a little bit over that time. And what if the price goes to $16 and I want to sell it right now, right? Hypothetically speaking, the price could definitely get to like $16 or $17 today, and I want to get out right now. So what would you do? You would have to sell it. So you could either limit sell it or you can market sell it. If you limit sell it, you get to set the price for where you want to sell it at. So basically it's like a take profit. So let's say I set the price to $26 up here. And I said I want to sell all my coins at 26 bucks. Click on sell. You can see that it's all the way up here. Now the price has to get all the way up here for me to sell it. But if I was in a hurry and I wanted to sell it right now, I would have to do a market order, and that would allow me to sell all my coins at this exact price. So let me cancel that sell order. Let's go to market. Just drag this up, sell. So I basically just sold all my coins at $20.95 or something like that. And that's basically how you buy and sell on the spot market. Pretty simple, right? Now if you see this over here, we have a stop limit order, and this is definitely a little bit more advanced. If you want to place a stop limit order, that means, let's say I put in like $20 for the stop. That means that once the price hits $20, once the price hits $20, I'll be able to buy it at $20.80 basically. Let's say if the stop hits at $20 and I want to buy it at like $29, you can also do that as well. So then all you gotta do is drag this over here and then click on buy. Now I don't really use this ever, so if you guys want to try that out, go ahead. But me personally, I haven't really used it. Now the next thing I want to walk you guys over is margin trading. What margin allows you to do is it gives you access to leverage inside of the spot market. So you can basically borrow money to buy more of your position. So let's say I wanted to buy DYDX at $20.95 again as usual, and this time I wanted to borrow 3 times my initial collateral to buy this position because I really believe that it's about to go to $60 or something, right? What I would do then is go over down here and click on borrow. Now what I can do is I can borrow money against my collateral. So earlier you saw that I deposited $1,000 into the market. Now I can use that $1,000 to borrow $2,000 more, giving me 3 times margin or 3 times leverage, right? But what that also causes is if the price also drops by a third, your whole account gets wiped out, as in you lose everything. And the account, basically Binance just liquidates your position. because you don't meet the margin requirements. So let me go over like how to do margin trading if you guys want to try it out. You can choose between isolated and cross. The difference between isolated and cross is that isolated only uses whatever collateral you put in for that specific position. Now if you use cross account, I'll basically take your entire account's collateral and you can use it across a lot of different positions. So if I wanted to open a Bitcoin long, a DYDX long, and Ethereum long, all in the same $1,000, that would be cross margin. Now, if I wanted to open just one position on DYDX, that would be isolated margin. So let's try to borrow some money and place a margin order for this coin. So over here, it looks like Binance is not allowing me to borrow any money because I am currently on tier 1, as in I think on BNB you have to be holding BNB to borrow money in the margin trading accounts, which is why they're not allowing me to actually borrow any money to trade margin. So scratch that. I don't actually use margin myself anyways. I only trade on futures or spots. So that's about it for the margin trading side of things. I don't use it, so you don't actually have to use it either if you don't want to. Let's go over to the futures market. All right, so there's a couple different ways to use futures. You got USDM futures and you got CoinM futures. I don't use options. I don't do leverage tokens. These could really screw you up. And if you want to check out the responsible trading section, definitely go check it out. I would definitely recommend it because I did wipe my account many times because I was very irresponsible. So if you're just getting started, take a look at that. But the difference between USDM futures and CoinM futures is that in the USDM futures, you're going to be using USDT as collateral. And then in the CoinM futures, you're going to be using the underlying asset as collateral. So in CoinM, if you're going to be leverage longing Bitcoin, you'll be using Bitcoin as the collateral, right? So for me, I only have USDT. So I always use the USDM futures. All right, so now that we are into the futures market, let me just go over a few of the features that we got over here. Now, the reason why I really like the features is that the interface is a lot cleaner. You get access to leverage. So over here, you can see the amount of leverage you want. Now, the crazy thing about Binance is that you can go up to 125 times leverage. Now, that's just retarded because if you use 125 times leverage, if the price goes down or against the direction that you pick, by even less than 1%, you get wiped out. Your whole account just gets wiped out. So the max leverage I ever use is 5 times. That would probably be the super maximum I would use. Most of the times I'm using 2 or 3 times leverage. I'll leave it at 5 times here for now. Let's go to 5 times, hit confirm. And you can see my current balance over here. And then down here, you basically get the same exact thing as the spot market, except now you got positions, open orders, order history. And I think the biggest difference really is like, you can actually see your positions in real time changing in terms of percentages, right? So let's place a trade together so we can go over features a little bit better. I'm trying to see like where could this price go? Maybe it's gonna go down, maybe it's gonna go up. I feel like we're at a spot in the market right now where it's very indecisive. So let's draw a couple of lines around here, do a little bit of TA to see if we can try to find out where the price might go. So we got a little diagonal going here on the top, and let's go into the daily over here. It looks like we got some support over here, and if we zoom out, we can see that there's been very heavy support here in the past. Alright, so this is the original trading section. What you guys want to use is probably a trading view over here because it gives you access to a lot more tools. So switch from original over to trading view. And let's turn off a lot of these moving averages. I don't really use them that often. And let's draw some basic TA so we can make a purchase right now. I can see right here at these tops over here. It used to be a lot of resistance in that area, which is now kind of turning into support. So if we go over here, draw this line, you can see that these resistances have now turned into somewhat of a support, and it's really holding up very well over here. If you wanted to make a quick short-term trade, we'd have to pick a direction very quickly and use a lower time interval. Let's go into the 5 minutes and see what the price might be doing. And it looks like we're just retesting this breakout over here. So in the lower time frame, we're just retesting this breakout. I would assume at this point over here that we would probably get a bounce up to this. We'd probably bounce up and then go down. So like we might as well put put money where our mouth is and make this trade real quick. So I'm on 5 times cross leverage. I'm not gonna use all that margin. Let's just put in about 20%. So I'll buy 1.255 bitcoins. It's going to be a market order. I'm just gonna buy it right here. And then my goal here is I will take profit at 44 or maybe 43.958 around there. My stop loss maybe right there. My stop loss will be underneath this wick, and then let's try it out. So click on buy long. Order was just filled, and then let's go down over here. You can see that the margin that I used was $11,000 because we're using cross margin. So when you turn it on to 20%, it's gonna use a fifth of your collateral, right, to get that position size locked in. So I got a 1.254 bitcoins as my overall size. Here's my margin, and in real time I'll give you your profit and loss over here. Now to set your take profit and stop loss, all you gotta do is go over here. So we've already mapped it out over here. 43,651 is our stop loss. As you can see, if it hits, I only lose $136. It's going to be a very quick trade, so we'll just leave it at that. And then the take profit is at 43,939. So we go over here, 43,939. So if I win, or if it hits my target, I will make $224. Let's click on confirm. So it's all set up here. I can delete these blue lines, and you can see it's already all set up. So regardless of whichever direction the price goes, my risk is already managed, so I don't really care. We just gotta wait and see. Alright, so while we wait for something to happen, let's go over a couple more features of the futures market. So over here you can see that it says cross, right? Now if you change this to isolated, what that's going to do is that whatever margin you use to place that trade on a specific coin, it's only going to use that collateral for that coin. So if you do get liquidated for a position on, let's say, Ethereum using isolated, you're only going to lose that initial collateral that you used, not your entire account. Now, if you use cross margin, let's say I opened this position on Bitcoin, I opened another position on Ethereum, and they both ended up going down, there's a chance that Ethereum going down could wipe out my entire account. So cross margin takes the collateral and uses it across every single position. So if you're going to use cross collateral, you definitely need some experience to do it because you have the potential to wipe out your entire account. Now let's go over a couple of things here on the top. Funding is basically the amount you're going to be paying per hour. Now depending on the ratio between the people who are short and long, the funding could be positive or negative. So as you can see over here, you can also go short, right? And short basically means that you're betting that the market is going down. So let's say I decided to drag this over here to 50%. And sell 3.772 bitcoins, aka short. That means that from whatever price I got it at, if the price goes down, I'm gonna make money, right? So that's basically shorting. Going long means that I'm betting that the price is gonna go up. Now, depending on the ratio between the shorts and the longs, the funding will change between positive and negative. So if there's more people who are going long, the funding will be positive, as in, if I have this long position open right now, every hour I'm paying 0.01% of my size in funding every hour basically. So in a 24-hour period, this funding could definitely add up to quite a bit. So in 24 hours, I will be paying 0.24%. And depending on where the market goes and how many people are long, this funding rate will go up and up. Like sometimes I've seen it as high as like 0.04, 0.09%, which is quite ridiculous. You could be paying like 1-2% per day in funding. And that's why in the futures market, timing is so crucial because you're going to lose a lot of money to funding. Now, as you can see over here, these are all the other basic metrics that I've already talked about. So I hope you guys already know that stuff. Over here in the order books, basically the same thing as the spot market. And then over here, we got the margin ratio. Currently, it's 0.41%. Basically, all you gotta know is the higher this gets, the more worried you should be, which basically means that you're running out of margin to maintain your position. So as you get closer and closer to liquidation, this percentage will go up. And what you can do to avoid liquidation is deposit more money into your account. So let's say I use 5 times leverage on this position right here, and the price starts to drop so let's say the price starts to drop rapidly, right? I put in 5 times leverage here going long, price drops like 10%. Now that means that I only have another 10% of room to go before I get liquidated. So let's say like we go from here and the price falls 20%. Boom, your account's liquidated, you're wiped out. But to prevent that from happening, let's say maybe the price gets to about 16% over here. Now you want to deposit money into your account and reduce that margin ratio. So if you only had $10,000 in collateral before, if you deposit another $10,000, you'll be able to drop that liquidation price and hopefully avoid liquidation. Now, of course, I don't usually do that. I never really get to that point where I would ever be liquidated. But for those of you guys starting off, it could definitely happen. So please keep an eye out for that. All right, finally, let's just go over some more stuff over here. As you can see, this is a total balance in the account. This is unrealized P&L from that position we opened up together. I think that's about it. Like, there's really not that much to futures. You can see over here, we got all the different types of pairs as usual. Now, of course, the futures market doesn't have access to every single altcoin that the spot market has, but it does have a good amount. So yeah, you can trade whatever you want using USDT as collateral. Yeah, have fun. Let's just wait now for this position to finish up, and then I'll be back once we win or lose, since we opened it up for fun. Alright, I'm back, and as you can see, it looks like we're about to get stopped out, but that doesn't matter because we have our risk already managed. And I'll make another video for you guys on how to manage risk, because I think that's the most important part to trading. In a bull market, anybody can make money, but if you know how to manage risk, you're gonna make money without losing it, right? Because it's so easy to make money when the market is just going up. You just have to know how to not lose it. And that was probably the hardest part for me to understand, so I'll make a video for you guys on that. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like to help out our channel, and yeah, let's just go over a couple more things while we wait for this to finish up, because maybe we won't get stopped out, maybe we will finish bouncing. Let's go back over here and let's go back to the homepage, and I'll go over some of the other features that Binance has to offer. I don't really use all of these other features, but they do offer them, so I'll just show you guys real quick. They have an application for the phone. If you want to trade on the go, you can download their application. It's really easy to use. I use it sometimes, but most of the times I'm on the computer because I like to chart everything and plan everything beforehand before I actually make the trades. I'll only use the mobile app sometimes when I'm very impulsive, but other than that, I barely use it. Now, if you scroll down over here, you can see there's some other stuff, pretty useless. Here you can see that there's a finance section over here. There's only a few things here that I've kind of looked into. You can actually get a Visa card to paste for stuff with crypto. I don't actually have one with Binance. And if you're looking for a card, I would recommend Crypto.com. I think they're a little bit more reliable in terms of their Visa card. But if you do want one, you can sign up for a Binance Visa card. Over here, you can also get access to loans via crypto. I don't do that. Don't know what liquid swap is. I don't know what this is. I don't really do a lot of this stuff, but Binance Earn is basically where you can stake your coins and earn passive income. Now, if you're a pussy, you can definitely do this because you're gonna make very consistent passive income. But if you're an absolute bull and you want to bank out on this bull run, then you should learn to trade, because this is absolute pennies, like 5.86%. You're gonna be staking your coins to earn 5.86% a year. Like, are you kidding me? Like unless you got like 10 or 20 million dollars, like no one's gonna be doing that, right? You're gonna be making 1.2% on your USDT, 0.8% on your Binance USD, 0.5% on Bitcoin. Like, these are pennies, right? Like, you see people making like 20x, 100x, 1000x in the bull run, and you don't want to be making these small pennies on your coins. At least that's what I think. If you want to do that, go ahead. All you gotta do is deposit your coins and then stake it to get these kinds of earnings per year. And this stuff, I haven't really looked into that. All I know is that you can stake your coins and earn passive income if you don't want to trade, I guess. Alright, so the next thing is the NFT platform. Now, I see everybody's coming up with their own NFT platform. Like, Binance has got one, OpenSea's got one. Like, there's just so many different NFTs coming out, all these different JPEGs, and in my opinion, they're very illiquid, and probably most of these will be useless by the time the bull market is over. I think that currently we're about to start the next wave of the bull market, so most likely all these useless JPEGs will skyrocket in value temporarily, but it's not going to go up forever. At some point, they're all just going to come crashing down. So if you want to gamble on some of these JPEGs, definitely try out the Binance NFT marketplace. I personally do not do this. If anything, I just go to OpenSea, but I guess Binance has opened up their own NFT platform as well. Let's see what else we can go over here real quick. I think that's just about it in terms of all the stuff that you guys actually need to know to use Binance, because I mean, what is there to know? You just deposit money, you go to the trading platform, you click buy, you click sell. It's pretty simple, right? Let's go back over here and see how our position's doing. Okay, we're still not green, we're still not losing that much money. Probably just have to wait a bit more time, and then I'll get back to finish up this video depending on if we lose or if we win. Alright, and it looks like we almost got stopped out, but we didn't because the price kind of wicked into this and was bought back up instantly. Now, if the price didn't wick like this, most likely I would have been stopped out of my position. But because it was a quick wick, I didn't get stopped out. But most likely, once the price has lost this level, I will be stopped out. So probably in the next second or two, it'll probably stop me out. I could just close it out for you guys, but it doesn't really matter. So what I want you guys to understand from this video is how to use the basics of Binance. And then I'll teach you guys how to use some basic technical analysis, some more advanced technical analysis. And then mainly what I want to teach you guys is how to do risk management, which I think is the most important aspect to trading in a bull market, because you will make absolute bank if you just know how to manage risk. Anyways, that's about it for this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for my future videos. And we do also have a 24-hour live stream going on where you can see all of our positions currently ongoing on FTX, which is another exchange to trade. And I'll make a tutorial for that in the future as well. Thank you guys, and I'll catch you guys next time.